But because we're here as a truth tribe and we are welcoming to all openings in the universe and what it's here for, we're going to do this together. And so tonight, our goal is to kind of understand what is happening. Okay. So anybody on Facebook, just throw me a wave, throw me a hi. We're going to get started here and go from there. Yes, it is insanity in the planet right now, outside of the planet, in the universe, in all ways. And this is a really good thing. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but let's get through it. Okay, so let's get started, and we'll work through all this with Q&A at the end. You guys are open to ask whatever you'd like. But good evening, everyone. I'm Dawn Thompson, and welcome to the Truth Tribe. Thank you for being here. Remember, when we do these calls, you are all perfect. Where you are in this now moment is exactly where you need to be, and there's nothing wrong with you. And I love you all very much. I really do. As you all know, I don't go through my meditations anymore because it's just reiterating what I went through, but I literally pour buckets of hearts down on you all. So I've done this. I do this every day. So just know that I am showering you with love every day, whether you know it or not. I'm going to start with a couple updates because there's a few. Tonight is all about letting things go. That's what we're going to talk about. I know we're talking about karma, but it's really about letting things go. And I have to surrender to it as well. So first of all, I want to thank all of you who have been with me, backed me up, stuck with me through this whole chaotic, last couple of years, me trying to build the app, right? But it's time to say no more and complete this system. So what I've done is the app and my website. Okay, I have updated the website to make it more user-friendly for all of you. Okay, and so I've made it more user-friendly. So if you are on my I Deserve It app, I will only be updating the website full-time now until we can get a dedicated person full-time on the app. So if you have a membership in my I Deserve It app, I'm going to simply encourage you to cancel your membership and just restart your membership right on my website, ideserveitnow.com. Same offer, same options. It's just I can give you more. And I'm like a giver. I need to give you guys a lot of stuff because I want you to have tools. And I get frustrated. And so I tried, I did it for long enough, and now I'm just kind of giving up. So if you have a membership in the app, I'm going to work on getting it turned off and kind of just shutting it down. We're going to go simplified. I simplified everything. There is a I Deserve It website, iDeserveItNow.com. There's a Truth Tribe dashboard. It has all your goodies are in there. Okay. So I appreciate all of you who've signed up. I know our goal was to start moving you all there, but it just didn't work. So too many tech issues. And to top it off, including replays, yes. Everything is in your dashboard on my website. Okay, so everything, all the tools, all the pictures, all the videos. I can upload a video in 2 minutes right there for, like, if you're asking me about other topics. So I just wanted to let you know, first of all, thank you, those of you who have been on my calls ongoing and tried to get on, and I was confusing you, I was confusing me, and it's not fair. So I just want it to be easy for you because I want to give you all this stuff. So all the replays, all the Q&A, I have a new Telegram link on there so we can just chit chat, a private conversation, and I can say whatever the fuck I want on there. Yay. Okay. So it's just a one channel. It's the Truth Tribe channel on there, and you guys can ask or do or promote or pop in whatever you want. Okay. So the community's there, the tools are there, the dashboard. The last thing I want to remind you, and then we're going to start, is on June 9th. It's a Thursday night, I think 6 to 9. I'm going to do another Zodiac Wheel Your Medicine Wheel course. And so any of you who want to take that, I bring up your hot spots quite a bit. That's what it is about. If you've already taken it and you want to do I'm having an audit. If you want to audit the class and take it again, you're more than welcome to. Just shoot me a message if you want to attend, if you already either took it or you've taken it or you've been to my spiritual warrior course. Just jump in and you can let me know and I will give you a pass to get in for free. So you can audit the class. If you have not been in, again, it's like $100 and some to get your hotspot chart made, but this is something, if you sign up for it, you get it anyway. And I talk through all of it with you. So again, Zodiac Wheel is your medicine wheel. That is June 9th. And then I'm going to bring back parenting through the Zodiac because it's all coming up. I do corporate training and I go in and teach corporations, executives, and I use their charts and I use their personalities and I use their signs. I use everything to make them more productive. And it's silliness that we're not doing this with our children and helping them be their most badass self when they're little. And if parents want that information, it's a lot easier. So understanding your kids, this is a blessing. So anyway, I am bringing it back. I'm just kind of letting you guys in on the future. Cool. Okay, let's get started. All right, so let's talk about this good stuff. This is one of my favorite topics. I know you're all feeling the karma bubbling up right now. I know, I am too. And it's happening because we don't have a choice. Okay, now and again, I brought these things up with other calls and you can ask questions later, but the Schumann resonance, the heartbeat of the planet, the full moon on Sunday, the lunar eclipse, personal karma coming up, Mercury retrograde today. You are being shaken, rattled, and rolled right now. And it's saying you're going to let go, whether you like it or not. Right. And so I want you to kind of go inside right now through the rest of this call and the rest of the couple of weeks and understand that don't act like something's wrong with you. Don't fear something's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you. What it wants to tell you is it wants you to release, like it did me. I'm telling you, I put so much work in the last year and a half to get this app going. And I was like, I'm done. And it was like this release on me, right? That's what's happening to all of you, but it might not be something you like. Okay. So I have a tool at the end of the call that we're going to do a little mini visualization. We're going to rewrite some of your contracts. Okay, so let's talk about what are your karmic contracts. And I mean your personal contracts. Okay, so can you guys believe that you signed up for this shit? Right, this crap that's going on the planet, you signed up for this. Okay, so every teeny tiny irritation is all you. Okay, and so now the universe is pushing you to finish that karma and move on. And so you guys are experiencing this intense pressure to be lighter, and karma and ego and unseen forces, i.e. the planets, are basically fighting for their right to not change, right? They don't want you to change. And so this makes our frustration like literally go through the roof, given the amount of change that you have already had going on the last several years, okay? So this is like the pinnacle to the changes happening right now. And it's like, things are getting better, but you also feel weird, overwhelmed, frustrated, anxiety, panicking, like so exhausted, headaches, ringing, all of it. It's like, you're like, what is happening, right? So you're not likely going to appreciate it, but the universe has your back, you guys. All right, has your back to get you to your intentions. You've been praying, you've been putting mantras, you've been wishing, you've been dreaming. You've been dreaming of all these wonderful things that I've encouraged you to dream for. That's what's happening right now. And it doesn't always do it gently because we hold on to shit called karma. So what is karma? Okay. Karma is completion. And it's simply what triggers you. That's how simple you can turn karma into, but it's what triggers you. And then we avoid it and it needs your attention to complete. So how do you complete it if you're avoiding it? Okay. And so karma is basically a contract, and a contract that you probably signed multiple lifetimes, or this lifetime, or repeating by simply refusing to let it be done and finish. Because you're like, oh, I'm going to do this with me and my app, me and my tech, right? I put so much into it. I'm like, I'm going to force it to work. And finally, you just got to go, let the shit go, right? You secretly are in this habitual immune to the fact that you're doing this over and over and over again, and triggers are assisting you to see it so you can be done. So triggers will happen, upset you, frustrate you, disappoint you, anger you. So you go, oh, I didn't like that. If you don't like it, so it can say, let's not do this anymore. Okay. So Karma is stuff that we've created. You've designed it. You are the designer of your karma. You are the designer of your irritants to grow your soul. Okay. And so avoidance is attracting your unwanted experiences for closure and completion. So don't avoid them, but don't fight them either. All right. So you're all going to have a thing. Feel free to go ahead and enter in the chat what your thing is in this lifetime, right? That thing is going to be tough, right? It's going to trip you up. It's going to frustrate the shit out of you. But it's like if you can figure out, you guys, what that thing is that repeats over and over that you just can't seem to conquer, you're going to be shedding your skin and transitioning into your new self with a whole lot less karmic debris. Okay, that's the thing. But what is your thing? Okay, so you know, I mean, it's there for everyone. If you just look at the thing that bothers you the most, or simply go look at where Saturn, if you know your chart. I know we talk about astrology. If you know where your chart is, go look and see where Saturn sits in your chart. You'll be able to see where one of the things that you fight are sitting right there. And that thing is often unwanted thing that will set you free, like pretty much, like hands down. But we don't like it. I can tell you where Saturn sits in my chart, where many of my hotspots sit. I don't like those things, especially Saturn. So it's going to be an amazing month, incredible, life-changing month. But it's only if you can see these frustrations, this anxiety. Go ahead and comment if you guys are having anxiety, sadness, fear, anger are all bubbling up. But that's happening to upgrade your body's cells, your mind's thoughts, your spirit's, and your soul's manifestations. Okay, so you guys have to understand 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, 60, 70. Okay, we're going from 3D to 4D to 5D, right? We talked about that. Okay. You can't leave your body behind in 3D. I'm like, we'll leave the body. It's heavy. It's dead. It has all this darkness, has all these shadows, the emotions. I'm angry all the time. I'm going to leave that over there. Okay. You just can't leave it behind. That's the part I literally have tried my whole life to do it, and I can't do it either. So if I can't, you can't, right? You can't leave your body behind. So I know a lot of you may like to blink and bam, you're in like the new world, right? Wouldn't that be awesome? We kind of can, but when something pokes you, you have to go, oop, okay, I'll do it, and then be done with it right there. It requires dumping darkness and putting light into it. Even baby stuff, like, right? Even baby trip ups, baby triggers, baby tiny step things that are coming at you, okay? So what you think is coming at you, you've got to look at it, and sometimes it won't really be apparent, right? So I want you guys to think about something, a little insect, okay? Because it's going to come up. We're going to talk about it later in depth. What do you think about when you see a scorpion? And those of you who've never seen it, we live in Arizona, so we see, well, I've seen a lot of them, right? What do you think of when you see a live scorpion? Okay, or if you have never seen one, a picture of one, okay? What do you think of? Okay, fear is coming up. Fear, you see being on guard, their tail comes up and they're holding on guard, ready to take you down if you get any closer to them. So they push you away. They're gross. People look at them like anger, right? So you see all these things when you look at them. Scorpions are hard to miss when they're out. Like they're like, and they're ready to take you down. And what's funny about, passion. Interesting. So this person's smart. She's going to the high frequency of Scorpio, which is passion. Very true. So when you see a Scorpio, they are the most passionate sign on the zodiac. Yes, I got it. You are totally right. Intense. So Scorpions are hard to miss when they're out, right? They come out in the dark. They're sneaky. They're hidden. They come out in the nighttime. Okay. So what does that tell you about Scorpio energy, which is this moon that's coming up on Sunday? Okay. And those dark little buggers, guess what they're looking for? Little slivers of light, which is why I love Scorpios. They dwell in the darkness, and they can get lost in their lower frequency of darkness and heaviness and weight and dishonesty and those kind of things, because they want to have the secrets. That's what Scorpio and Pluto rule, secrets and things that are not honest and truth. The funny part is when you go to when they seek the light, they're the master healers. They're master healers and master manifestors, because they feel everything, and so they feel their way through to find light. Okay, so if you can acknowledge your own shadows that are bubbling up, and I want you all through this call to think through what are those topics. It can be small, and I'm going to talk on them in a second. Will you seek light to touch it for transformation? And I mean, what would the light be? You got to look at both. Okay, we're in the most intense shift of frequencies. So nothing on this planet is they're exempt from upgrading right now. Okay. 3D is ego. 5D is quantum frequency, which means you think it and it happens. You think it and you create a solution. Simply intentional solution. So if your intent is to have something greater, to have the higher healing, the higher manifesting, the higher finding of light, like a Scorpion, you will find a solution. Just an FYI, any of you who have to go there, y'all know I refuse to go to medical doctors unless I have no choice. If I'm in a car accident, please let me, have the ambulance take me to the doctor, not to the naturopath. Okay. But could you ask them if they have a Scorpio, if they're a Scorpio, because they're typically the best doctors, Scorpios and Virgos. So if you're with me, could you ask the doctor to go find me the Scorpio doctor or the Virgo doctor? Because they're the best. Don't get me wrong, there's lots of other good ones, but they tend to be the best. And so simply intentional solutions is 5D quantum. Why? Because the second you learn it, the second you think it, the second you put your intention out for it, when your higher frequency is lighter, full of light, you're left out ego. Ego isn't sitting there anymore, and you're able to manifest things. You're all going to start noticing when you start letting go of a lot of the darkness or your thing. Are you a bad communicator? Are you bad with money? And I don't mean bad, but I'm saying your trigger is money, communicating, insecurity, home and family, fun, children, offspring, health, partnerships, marriage, intimacy, career, whatever your thing is, okay? When it comes up, are you willing to let it have light? So the dark little scorpion will find light and pop it with its tail. That's what's happening, and it's going to keep going right now, okay? So let's imagine the full moon on Sunday is in Scorpio, and that tail is the south node, okay? Here's the head of the scorpion in Taurus, and then here's a little south node tail of scorpion, okay? And the south node is the side of the moon, okay? And I'm going to talk about it a little bit more later, but the past is the south node, and the past is being popped open right now. And this can be the past lives of karma, incompletion, or this life of your past is appearing right now, okay? And when it does, what are your rules of attachment? Because they're going to appear. I'm attached with how you're supposed to deal with this. I'm attached with not letting this go. I'm attached with how much work I've put into this. I'm attached with, do you know what I've done to deserve this or have this, or how much work I've done for this? And you're attached to getting credit for it instead of going, oh, enough of this shit, okay? Even if it's unwanted, you are going to find you are a bit attached to things, those dark things that are your thing, okay? So what is your intention with unwanted things or people or thoughts or truth? And then you have to be intentional both ways, okay? With the unwanted and with the wanted, okay? Letting go and receiving. You have to be intentional of what you're going to let go of. For me, it was a lot of career work, and all these eclipses and moons and new moons and full moons are in my career house. So I was like, right? And then I was like, no. The universe is trying to get me to shift something so I could bring you guys more. And when we cleaned up the website, I was like, oh, I can give them more. So it was actually a blessing in disguise for all of you by doing that. Okay. Letting go and receiving. So ignoring all the things that you don't want, the unwanted, is ignoring its message for growing out of that 7-year-old self we talked about last week. Okay. Who are you when you dislike like something, or you say, hey, I can't stand blank, blank, blank the most. I can't stand this. I can't stand that person. I can't stand that pain. I can't stand that arguing, conversation, talking. I can't stand having to tell people, blah, whatever. Okay. The most is who you have the most to gain from. So if there's a person, place, or thing that you can't stand or irritating you, that thing is who's teaching you the most. Okay, someone just said, I can't stand children in pain. They're teaching you about you. Who do you have the most to learn from? Ooh, someone said, my mom. That's so good. And full moon coming up. That's intense. And who do you have the biggest contracts to complete with? Okay. Simply what's repeating in your life, or where Saturn sits in your chart, or where the South Node, if you know those two, that's what you're here to complete. And we don't like it. And I'm not telling you to like it. I'm preparing you guys for it. I can't stand people that lie. Okay, do you see what's happening? So people who are lying to you are telling you, are you lying to yourself by not admitting what you really want? I posted a social media post. I know, like on it was only on Facebook. It was something about your special phrase or whatever. And it was people, I'm not afraid to basically speak the truth. Because I have bigger balls than the rest of them to basically like tell the truth or something like that. And I laughed about it because I was just like, I don't think it's called having bigger balls. I just don't know any other way to talk. Those of us who don't speak truth are speaking because we're accommodating other people. And it has nothing to do with you wanting to hurt them. Right. And so when we are upset with other people lying, we're upset with the fact that it's okay if they lie. Their trigger, their thing, their karma, that's their contract. So I want you all to imagine whoever it is poking you, who you're dealing with, who you're frustrated with, even a pain in your body. Okay. I want you to imagine a piece of paper that you have your name scribbled at the bottom. You're like, oh man, you have a contract with this person, this thing, this experience. Okay. And Scorpio is the most emotional, passionate. This person just mentioned it earlier. She's right on the mark. Passionate sign in the zodiac. Scorpio represents a scorpion. So one question is, how do you feel about scorpions when they show up? Those are your scorpion people showing up in your world. This is how you feel about your reality right now when they show up, and the things that show up out of the blue in the dark to sting you. And you're like, wait, what just happened? And you're literally shocked by it. And when they have your attention, no matter how tiny it is, basically your triggers or your thing, what will you own as a contract to sign and send off and be done? Okay. What is the importance of truth? Because the importance of that truth, or your truth, or is their truth, or the truth. Like, is it their truth or they're telling me this and that's not true. It's my truth and my truth is right. And that doesn't matter. We talked about this last week, right? And that is why we have the Truth Tribe, to see expansion of truths from other angles and to find your way back to the center of neutrality. As I explained, remember, the sun in the Arizona desert can kill you, and then the sun up in the Washington state cold rain can warm and heal you. Same sun, same truth. Two different truths, but the same sun. So what is your weak spot? Instead of being upset with the people bringing you the delivery, they're just the messenger, guys, or it. Right? I had some health stuff, and I finally health and my company poking me like nobody's business. And I was like, all right, I own it. I own it. I had to own it. Okay. So I want you to think how simplified this can get. Injuries. You injure yourself a lot. What's repeating that you have to own? Stubbing your toe, breaking your toe. Y'all, I told you the ring finger toe is the most broken toe, relationship toe. Your knee. Someone said, instigating or repeating arguments. Do they keep showing up? Are you going after them, looking for them? Health issues, phobias, relationship challenges, depression, insecurity, etc. What karma is waiting for you to complete that contract with that thing, person, place, thing, thought, and truth, whatever it is. Okay. So completion of what contracts your soul chose to complete. I want you to start thinking about, because I don't need to even explain it to you or even do your hotspot chart for you to go, I kind of know what I keep repeating and it irritates the shit out of me. Because you refused to complete the contract. All you got to do is complete it and then start a new one. And how cool would that be? Why don't we start a new contract? You know, I can't stand men who don't know how to treat women. Ah, interesting. So what is the karma of that one? I love that, because that's well said, of going, are you commanding how you deserve to be treated? These are all awesome comments, you guys, because what's happening with all of you on these is the fact that I want you to understand, get ready, they're your contracts. As tiny as that is, if someone's not treating you well, you aren't enforcing it. Ask my husband if I would let him treat me poorly. Never have been. Now, don't get me wrong. I had that contract earlier in my life, and I finally woke up to it and realized it's one of my hot spots. I had to raise my bar and stop playing that same contract until I finally did. And realized I had to command respect and attention. Now my husband spoils the crap out of me and he's making me spoiled and rotten. I know. Now he knows how to butter me up. So I probably need to beware. Okay. So if it's irritating you, okay, why does it continue to irritate and haunt you? That's it. You got to ask yourself that, because you refuse that contract of completion. I just want you to know you've all signed that deal. Okay. So I've explained it to you guys throughout the last couple of years as high frequency and low frequency of your karmic contracts, or I call them hotspot boulders, which is what I was talking about earlier with the Zodiac Wheels, your medicine wheel course, and or the spiritual warrior course. We talk about this. And we talked about your hotspot boulders or your discomforts in life. The rest of you is amazing. It's just those areas are uncomfortable, and you have made a contract just like you would if you went and bought a house and you tried to leave and get the money and get the keys and you get the transfer made and you get the keys and you leave without signing the contract of owning the house and owning the mortgage. They wouldn't let you leave without signing it. You've already signed it, so you own it. These are contracts you own as well. Okay. So the challenge isn't to fight your karma, but to finish it. No more fighting it, finish it. Okay. So I want you guys to think real quick out of the box. Okay. I want you to think about the thing, and you guys clearly are already right on the mark here. You're like, oh, it's my mom. It's men, it's my husband, it's knees, it's children, it's, liars. It's, working so hard for something and then not getting what I want and being like very irritated by it. Okay. The thing you want to end, I want you to think about that. Choose what that thing is and the thing that you want to begin. So I was saying your intention of ending and your intention of beginning. So why don't we do a little mini karmic contract of completion? Do you guys want to do that? Want me to show you? I'm going to show you the quickest way to start completing contracts. Now, let me be very clear about something. If you haven't taken any action and you're running away or avoiding taking action to complete this contract, and I'm telling you, even if it's tiny, okay, and you keep breaking your toe, same topic. Remember, I'll put it up there. It's one of the ones I probably don't have up there recently, but toe reading. And I told you what every toe's energy means. And you keep breaking the money toe. There's something there for you. Okay. That's how basic this can get. Okay. But I want you to think about it. If you haven't taken action to complete this contract, it will come back to get your signature for closure. So just doing this mini visualization I'm going to do with you isn't enough. When it shows up through the next 2 weeks, and it will, because we're in Mercury retrograde starting today, get ready. It will ask you to take action to own your life. Okay. So this is going to literally be a 5-minute visualization. Some of you may have done this with me. Some of you, if you've done it with me, do it again. I do this almost daily when I go out and I walk in the grass and I get grounded and I earth. I close my eyes and I do this. This is what I do to reset all my contracts. And I only have 3 that I'm working on right now that are irritating me, but I do them every day. Okay. So as you're sitting here, I can't see you, so I'm going to trust, you can do it with your eyes open if you want to, I guess, but it's easier with your eyes closed. So wherever you're sitting right now, close your eyes. Think of the thing that you don't want. Mom, me, husband, whatever, okay? Just think of that thing that you want to end, that you just want to complete that contract, and one thing you want to complete as a new, you want to write a new contract, whatever that is, okay? Close your eyes. I want you to slowly take a deep breath in and let it out. And as your eyes are closed, you're going to slowly float out of the room you're in, out into the clear blue sky. And as quick as you're feeling my words, you're going to hop up onto a big, flat, fat, fluffy cloud. Okay. And the cloud has a big, round, gorgeous, soft cloud couch. This round cloud couch is in the center of this circle couch is going to be grass. Okay. I want you to walk over to that circular couch and walk through the entrance. And in the entrance, there's going to be grass. Step onto the grass, and in the center of that grassy area, in the center of the couch, is a little fire pit. You're going to see it there sitting in the center. I want you to go sit on the couch. And as you sit on the couch, your feet are grounded in that grass. I want you to see the unwanted thing contract laying in your lap. It's a piece of paper, and you are intentionally being done with this thing that's written on that piece of paper. And you are saying, I am done with this thing in every lifetime I've ever experienced it, including this one or any future lifetimes. I want you to tear it up in the middle. You tearing the strip right through the middle where your name is signed at the bottom. And then I want you to stand up and say in your head, I'm done, and go drop it into that fire pit. And then I want you to sit back down on the couch. And in the palm of your hands on your thighs, you're going to see a new blank piece of paper with a new contract ready to be written in your hands. And this new contract, write on it, state your new intention. This is my new reality and my new contract for this lifetime moving forward. Whether it's improved health, wealth, relationships, love, family, career, emotions, security, whatever it is, write it down. You're going to see it quickly right onto that piece of paper. State in your mind, this is mine now. And at the bottom of it, sign it. Now, this is a contract you are reigniting and starting new in this lifetime so you can improve your contracts that you're making, because a lot of times we didn't know we wrote contracts that weren't for our highest good. This one is for your highest good. Now I want you to imagine that this new contract takes the form of a feather. Throw the feather into the air, handing it to the universe to be manifested into your life immediately. And allow it to float out into the clear blue sky and into the universe and into the 5th dimension, where all manifestation takes place immediately. Now stand back up onto the grass, getting your feet nice and soft onto those grass groundedness. Walk through the circle couch, out of the opening, back onto the cloud, float back through the clear blue sky, sit back into this room and back to me and open your eyes. Guys, you don't need me to do this again. You can do this every day while your eyes are open, which is how I do it. I imagine it's in my hands. I see the thing I don't want. I see the word in big bold letters. I see my name subscribed or written on the bottom as a signature. I tear it up and I throw it in the fire pit. What I want you guys to understand is that when we have written contracts in any lifetime, Okay, karma. I want you to understand that those contracts sometimes for you have been written in your DNA because they've been written in your blood, right? These contracts may have been written for poverty or for vows of celibacy, vows of giving up all objects, all financials. You may have made a vow of celibacy. You may have vow of fasting. You may have done so many written contracts. Maybe you were someone in the clergy or someone in a monastic lifetime, and they would cut themselves and they would write it in their blood. And your DNA is in a lot of these contracts. So these contracts you keep playing, you don't know why. Do you need to know now? No, you need to know what's repeating and irritating the shit out of you. That's what you need to know. And I'm telling you, you chose the contract in this lifetime to meet a sibling, to meet a mom, to meet a friend, to meet, you chose me to coach you and go, wake up. Don't play that contract anymore. Tear it up and burn it. Write a new contract. That's what we just did. So the second you close your eyes, you sit on the couch, you tear it up, you burn it, and you write a new one and you give it up to the universe and you rewrite those contracts. As fast as I just did that, I took you slow, you can do it fast. Okay? Does that make sense? It's very simple, but these are the contracts you guys are continually repeating. You don't have to. Now, you do if you're avoiding finishing that contract. So 3 ways you can raise your consciousness today. Go up and rewrite your contracts and the ones you don't want and rewrite new ones. Body. Okay, body, mind, spirit. You've always got to engage with the 3 parts of who you are. Body, what action is needed for you to end that contract? For me, it was give up, Dawn, of trying to enforce things and try to give so much to everyone. Clean it up, simplify it up, give them one button and let them just get into all the goodies. That seemed pretty logical, but I override it because I overgive. It's an Aquarian thing. Okay, I know what I had to fix. That's you. Action is clear it all out, start from scratch and give you guys the basics. But I was doing it to myself. That's you. Okay, that's body. Action, a thing. Mind, what intention is needed to commit to a new contract? Your new contract might be uncomfortable because you're so used to doing it the other way. Spirit, where are you asking spirit for ending when they need clarity on what your beginning is? So we're like, we keep saying, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want lying men. I don't want lying people. I don't want dishonest men. I don't want ones who treat me poorly, but we don't tell them what I do want is this. And let me tell the men this, let me tell my mind this, and let me tell angels and spirit and God this. Hey, God, this is the dude I want. This is the woman I want. And I want to be very clear that I'm ready to say that body, mind, and spirit from my words, from my actions, from my intentions. I'm using men in dating because a couple of you brought that up. Okay, guys, remember, you are all warriors who are not afraid to complete their karma. If it's what solves lighting up your lighthouses for good. Remember, lighthouses don't move. You're just big, badass lighthouses. Simply focus on what you want and not what you don't want. Because what you don't want is karma that is not complete. Focus on what you want and then go end that. Cool? Okay. Quick planetary update, you guys. You ready for this? It's Mercury retrograde today. Okay. Till June 3rd. It is Mercury retrograde in Gemini until May 24th. I believe it backtracks into Taurus. Doesn't like Taurus as much as it likes Gemini. So, it might wonk you up a little bit right now. Okay. There's a full moon on Sunday. Okay. There's a lunar eclipse on Sunday, sitting on top of the South Node in Scorpio. It's affecting all the Scorpion sign of secrets and change. And this Mercury retrograde right now in Gemini can bring up increased communication mishaps, increased gossip. Think before talking shit about coworkers, family members, especially siblings. Okay, because Gemini and Mercury ruled siblings. Okay, maybe even issues related to travel, communication, any tech issues going wrong. Someone texted me today, her computer went crazy. Here it is. Issues with your car, transportation. Just build a little extra time for when you're traveling, where you're going. Just go early, okay? Account for delays in transportation. Drive slowly, drive safely. That's all it's saying is, remember, Mercury retrograde, I've taught you guys this, is the pause button. It doesn't mean no, it just means slow, okay? Remember that. Now let's talk about the eclipse. We just had a solar eclipse, remember, on the 30th, okay? Now we're going to have a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse in the south node. That was on the north node. And we refer to the nodes, remember, as nodes of fate, karma, our karmic pathway. And so these eclipses illuminate our destiny. So are you destined to live the bullshit, or are you going to live the new contract you just wrote? Okay, so if you've been dragging your feet, guys, I'm telling you, I warn people about this, not in a negative warning, but I'm prepping you. If you drag your feet, okay, it's going to illuminate that. Eclipses are high octane movement. They illuminate our karmic paths. So these events, when they happen, they can strike you and they can get a bit dramatic. You might noticing people being drama, right? Astrologically speaking, they just speed things up. Okay, so they open doors by slamming one shut. Well, typically the ones that you get slammed shut, which is what I just had to deal with, you don't like it, but when we do, it's so abrupt and so shift, and it happens during the eclipses. And then the changes are like so jarring, but then all of a sudden you're like, all right, well, I guess I changed. The second you change, it's like inevitable and it's fast. Okay, so if you drag your feet on any of these eclipses, be sure to give yourself that extra push to take action to the new, right? And the results are quick, but they are uncomfortable. So it can feel overwhelming, it can feel scary, it can feel frustrating if you're not expecting the turn of events often that come up during this time. But I prepped you, so you're not going to be upset as you would have been if you didn't know. So during the next few months, remember that there's going to be a little bit of instability in relationships, might fall apart, or they might get triggered, or arguments, or whatever it is, okay? Jobs that maybe are not fulfilling you are going to need to be removed and restarted. Perspectives on life in general are going to shift, okay? But the change is always for your evolution. Okay, and it is for us to see that life is about adapting to change, because nothing can withstand the test of time for too long. It will have to change with this. Okay, and so the Scorpio moon is for you to reflect. The Scorpio full moon starts like on Sunday night and it's full on Monday morning. It's for you to reflect upon on how you will respond to life and move with the changes that it represents. It's like you're coming out of the chrysalis, okay? We've gone through the shift of death and regeneration of Scorpio, and now it's regenerating. Okay, Scorpio is a sign of death and rebirth. We're rebirthing. So it's necessary for change and letting go, especially because of that south node. What's happening is you have this like pile up here, okay? Here's the sun. You got the north or the south node. You've got Uranus, or sorry, the south node, the moon, sitting on top of each other, and they're opposing all these other planets. So they're down here, here's two planets down here, here's the sun, and they're opposing all these other planets up here in Taurus. Security, foundation, fun. Okay, so this tug and pull is going to happen of releasing, and Scorpio's going, no, don't worry, this is all the past we're dealing with. So it's going to be up to you to make it uncomfortable, or you're going to accept rebirth of any incomplete contract. Scorpio represents karma in the past. It's going to come up, okay? Whether you like it or not, okay? Okay, total lunar eclipse in Scorpio this weekend, so be prepared. Cool? All right, tips tonight. What's your thing, all right? What is your karmic contract you signed in as a soul before you came into this lifetime to complete? All your friends, all your family, all your health, all your wealth, all whatever it is, it wants completion. And when it does, it actually is a blessing, okay? And if it's not coming to you, it's just saying repeat, don't you dare give up. Your triggers are assisting you to see them, so to be done with them, okay? Number 2, 5D is intentional solutions. put your intention out and do not stop until you get solutions. Choose your outcome and be intentional in finding every solution to get it. Number 3, even tiny toes, tiny stub toes are contracts to stop dismissing what's getting your attention. Okay. Ask what you're like, ask whatever it is that keeps coming up. Say an argument. Say it's pain in your knee. Say it's your mom irritating you or coming at you. I want you in your heart when it's coming up again going, oh my gosh, I want you to say in your mind, what are you telling me? What are you teaching me to learn right now? Okay. You'll get the message if you're really ready to complete that karmic contract. Okay. Number 4, the cloud couch. Go up there, sit there for a second, look at the contract you want, burn the contract you no longer want to repeat, throw it up, write a new one, and throw it up with love. Everybody right here, tap your chest, type your thymus, tap into the nervous system. I am courage, I am love, I am truth. You're not getting out of these contracts, guys. Do it again. I am courage, I am love, I am truth. Okay, go ahead in the Q&A. We've got about 15 minutes here. Who or what are you resisting letting go so you can expand? Okay. I want you to think of it from that perspective. Who or what are you having a hard time letting go? Okay. So what is it that you maybe need to let go of, right? And what is it that you're catching that you're like, that keeps repeating and I truly got to make an intention of changing that. Okay. Let's see. The contract completion. Oh, I'm glad you guys used that. Cool. You guys like that. Partner. Oh, So see, I get it. He's resisting letting go of his partner. And I get why. Okay. Because it's his karma. Like this person is like really struggling because he sees such good in people and he looks only for those good things, but he's self-sacrificing himself and his own needs. And I'm telling you guys, this is such a great example of karma, of a karmic contract. Why? Because you are trying to avoid the thing your soul, as I said at the beginning of the call, you signed the deal to own it and come fix it and complete it and go, you can do this. I believe in you. Let go of allowing another to negate me by not let go of allowing another to negate me by not negating me. By me not negating me. Sorry, I get it. I totally agree. And that's her contract, to just not allow it. That's good. That's really good. Okay. Let's see what this says. Why would we write painful contracts? That is good thinking. Okay. That is a very good point. Why would we write painful contracts? Okay. You probably, remember I was trying to touch on it a little bit ago. You probably didn't write it in this lifetime. Okay. And it's likely you did in a past or many past lifetimes. And so it's in your DNA. Like I said, whether it's poverty or slavery or starvation or whatever it is, or health or wealth. Okay. And so it's like it's still active in your energy field. Remember I talked about when we're getting into 5D, you're expanding your energy out. Okay. And when you expand that energy out, what happens? Your field gets out here, but you still have to remove some of the boulders or blocks blocking you, that you're sitting in that DNA. So it's up to you to keep getting rid of them. All right. So it's up to you to locate the unwanted thing and end it and then rewrite it, even those tiny ones. So that was good. Why would we write painful contracts? Someone said, because we messed up in the last life. No, that's a good comment as well. I want you guys to understand you never mess up. It would think that way, that I owe. Karma is not what I put out there, I get back. That is not karma, guys. It's completion of contracts. So sometimes we have a contract that we're just avoiding because we don't want to complete it. And we keep doing it lifetime after lifetime. We're like, why would I do this? Because you don't want to complete it. Your soul is very similar in most lifetimes. It just chooses to be a man, chooses to be a woman, chooses to be a dog, chooses to be a baby, all different versions of yourself, but you're still you. Okay. So just because you didn't complete it in a lifetime, or you were, I love how she's called herself messed up in a lifetime. You were never messed up. You just avoided it so many times. And I'm telling you, this time you don't have to. Okay. All right. A friend of mine said to me today, get your house organized, because once your house is organized, your head and your life is organized and not so up in the air. 100%. But that's another karmic contract. If you, it's just simple as I told you, teeny tiny things, and you live in disarray and disorganization, that's a contract. And you can't seem to get your life together, then contract, do the hard thing. So to me, that would just be, it's not even a negotiation. My house is very zen, very simple, very clean, very not a lot of stimulation, so I can relax in it. I would never have that as an option. Okay. Let's see, what was the next one? Why is this not taught? Oh, why is just these karmic contracts, and why is karma not taught? Okay, here's my word of the night. Let's end on this. Yet. That's my word. Yet. Why is this not taught yet? That's a good point. Why are we not teaching any of these things? Right? Why do I have to make the Truth Tribe so we can talk about all the crap we want? Why did I have to start a Telegram channel, which, by the way, is on your dashboard on my website? All the stuff is in there, private dashboard, so we can talk about anything we want and no one will stop us. No one will stop me. Okay. But my point is, why is it not taught yet? It's coming and it's here now. It's just not everywhere. And it's not been taught yet up till now, but it's here and it's on its way. Quantum teaching and quantum healing is happening in a lot of places on the planet, in many places, and it's going to become the new reality in every nook and cranny that you can imagine in the new years to come. Okay, so if you can imagine, if we had the ability to heal and teach ourselves, can you imagine what would happen? Our entire world and economy would probably crash for non-use and unuse and non-participation, right? Because there's so much fighting and anger that you see right now is only a frequency of programming wrong things or control of things. Because if you knew you could heal yourself and teach yourself through quantum learning, you wouldn't have to do all the things that are keeping you in control, because you would just go into the 5D, that is the quantum field, and you would manifest a solution immediately, right? So why is this not taught yet? I'm not giving in. I'm not negotiating, and I'm not stopping. So if you're with me for the next 20 years, this is where we're going, guys, because I'm not negotiating anymore. I don't give a fuck if anyone tries to censor me anymore. I have fun on my platform, so I don't care. And this is a big deal, right? Because why is this not taught? Because it makes you what? Free to live your truth, to be an artist, to be an accountant, to be a gardener, to be a scientist, to be a healer, to be a beauty master teacher, right? To bring out people's beauty, to be a doctor, to be a healer, whatever, at your level, with your grace and with your truth. So yes, I am. Am I giving in? No. And will anyone stop me from this point forward? No. And so that was so well said. I never really thought of that. Why is this not taught yet? I've always been teaching it, but it wasn't something we could swallow quite yet until now. All right. So we're going there, whether you like it or not, right? Okay. When we are in the midst of that trigger, okay, so the thing she's talking about, whatever it is triggering you, could you suggest how we might complete that contract on the spot, as you mentioned earlier? Yes. But before you complete it, I want you to ask, like, let's just say someone's triggering you. They're arguing with you, okay? And you've done it a lot with this person, sibling, spouse, family member, whoever, friend. I want you to literally at least walk away, go into another room, or wait until later to communicate with them of what it is you're getting out of that argument. What is it you're avoiding doing by having the argument? Because they're just showing you at another level. So someone's saying, what do you do in the immediate moment? Find a way to detach from the conversation, detach from the trigger, or if you're in pain, let's just say you're in pain and you're getting triggered from, I don't know, a stomach ache. Anybody on here have any physical issues that you'd like to end? Throw those in the comment for me. But let's just say you have a physical issue, knee pain. Okay, that knee starts hurting you. Before you can do anything to it, you got to ask it. I'm telling you guys, we're in a quantum energy. You're going into 4D a lot. So you have the ability to ask and it will bring down immediate answers. What are you trying to tell me? What do you want me to understand me? What is it that I am not doing for me? Has nothing to do with them. Okay. What are you trying to teach me to do for me? And if you're not able to walk because your knee hurts, what is it asking you to do? Sit down, slow down. Do you think you're slower than you think you are? Are you really resting? Maybe it wants you to get up and use your other knee. Maybe it wants you to turn the other direction where you can walk easily and freely. Maybe it wants you to do a different exercise than you've always been doing. Maybe it says instead of riding your bike or doing, I don't know, in high intensity workouts, maybe it wants you to do something else instead. Maybe it wants you to swim. Ask it. Anybody else have any physical pain coming up? That's what I want you to do. I do that to myself all the time. I'm typically outside. I will go outside in the grass and get earthed and get grounded barefoot, and I will ask. All right, so this one says, the old toxic relationships with my family and even my fear of, oh, this is good, my fear of playing big. Okay, this person, I want him to understand, he's helping so many people with that comment, because you know what? I know a lot of people on this call have a lot of issues with playing big, okay? My fear of playing big in my career. I was using my crystal and my dad, his dad had passed, but his dad is here with me, helping me heal this by Sunday at his funeral is on Sunday. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I'm having back pain. Okay, back pain represents money. So his fear and his thing about being successful, what will people think of him? What will his family think of him if he actually steps out of it, ignores all of them, and goes and becomes super successful, which he's capable of, by the way, which you all are capable of, by the way. But we're so afraid of what people are going to think. Like, it was like me going, oh my gosh, what are they going to think? I made this app. I tried to get you guys to all get on the app. I had to move you over. Now you're like, crazy Dawn. Why is she moving? What will they think? I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm trying to give you better. Okay, so let's just make a change and move. I'm not that person, but a lot of people are, because we've been trained and programmed not in the quantum to do an immediate solution. We've been trained to not pick us. We've been trained, I should use the word programmed to pick everybody else what they want first. So this person has been trained and programmed for so long to not be okay to be him. And now he brought in a lot of past life karma. Those of you who want to know, those of you who know your charts, if you know your chart, you know, you've had your chart done, your astrology chart, look in the houses 12, 8, and 4. Okay, those are your karmic houses. And if you go see what signs are in those houses, you'll understand deep karma, past life karma. That is past life karma in those houses. This person who just mentioned this has a lot of past life karma that he's working out in this lifetime. And again, another example would say, how do you fix this in the moment? How do you fix this immediately? You fix it by saying, I am not going to question who I am. I'm going to make success in my career. I'm going to ask my dad for help, and I'm going to trust my body taking action. My mind is being intentional, and my spirit, I'm going to talk to dad all day long and have him keep reminding me that I deserve this and I'm going to go and be a badass. Does this help you guys? Does this help you guys understand that the karma is coming up, whether y'all like it or not? And I want you to understand that I love you so much that I don't want you guys to get tripped up when shit falls apart or gets paused. Okay? When it gets paused, nothing's wrong with you. Nothing's happening to hurt you. It's saying you're a badass and we want you to go get better. That's all that's happening. Okay? Okay, guys, we just hit the mark. You guys are going to be great. I will see you on Monday. Right at the next, this is Sunday and Monday is the actual lunar eclipse, but you got to feel it Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Okay. And so I might have to cancel Monday. I'm just letting you all know because my daughter is graduating college and I totally spaced out. But if I can pull it off, I might send you out a recording. We'll see. All right. Because I don't want you to miss it, but I might just send you out. So watch your emails. You're all on my email list and you'll get an email reminding you just an update to get you to remind you what's going on, or you'll all just get a text with a live link and I will send it to you there. Okay. So I love you all. Thank you for joining me tonight. I believe in you. Do not go backwards because you are going nowhere but up. Be a lighthouse, be a badass, go be warriors. Brightest blessings. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Past life houses, by the way, someone just asked, what are the past life houses? 12, 8, and 4. Sorry, I missed that. 12, 8, and 4. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good night. Take care.